So we're here at Irwindale Speedway and it is the morning of DuctTape Drags. Everybody has come down and they're getting ready to roll out down I-10 towards Tucson. So this is going to be a really nice cruise. Lots and lots of people are just pulling in. It's about 7 o'clock, so quite a few people have been milling around, but there's a lot of familiar cars. I've just seen Wiley drive in his purple, I think Plymouth, if memory serves, which should be really good. And I see a car that I recognise from last year's event, which I believe was a Nova. So we're going to take a look around here, see who's already appeared, and eventually in about half an hour we'll get on the road and start heading out down I-10 all the way to Tucson. DuctTape Drags is this weekend, October 17th, and yes, this video of last year's event is perhaps a little more delayed than it could have been. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to this year's event, but we're hopefully going to be there for 2026, pending dates being announced. This was the last convoy to start at Irwindale at the end of 2024. The whole site closed down, marking the end of an era not only for the convoy, but also for racing as a whole at the site. There was a good turnout as usual, with plenty of cars planning to make the whole drive, as well as some hold-on trailers, and even a few still doing some last-minute jobs just before we set off.
Last minute wrenching? What's that?
Last minute wrenching?
No. I put the bumper on a year ago, and I'm like, the bumper's a little loose. One bolt is loose.
Freiberger was of course here, as was Lucky, chatting, taking pictures and looking over the assembled convoy members. And yes, that is a giant roll of duct tape in the background. We'll come back to it in a minute. Some familiar cars were here in the parking lot too. I mentioned Wiley's purple Plymouth Satellite from Roadkill Garage, which arrived, as did another Roadkill project car, the Off-Road Challenger. This started life as a heavily butchered dirt racer, if memory serves, with a janky roll cage that the guys removed and replaced with something a bit more trustworthy. They took it to a quarry and got stuck in a horrific dust storm that basically sandblasted parts of it, filled up the footwells and the intake, and did a whole bunch of damage as a result. Not far away was this remarkably clean Studebaker Champion, looking great on a set of white walls, but the real star of the meet was that Chevy Nova, complete with a near 4-foot roll of duct tape, ratchet strapped into the trunk with the trunk lid removed. They actually drove that the whole way and made it all the way to Tucson without losing a ratchet strap, without having any parts fall off, and David signed it and put a sticker on it as well. Before too long though, it was time to head off down I-10 into the foggy morning. I was a bit concerned that maybe the weather would be like this the whole way across and into Tucson and all the way across the weekend. It was damp and there were a few spots of rain. I needn't have worried though, this was going to be warm. Too warm in fact, as it would turn out. The weather brightened up quickly as we got to Tucson, and as the sun went down over the pits, it was shaping up to be a great weekend, with loads of cars, a great atmosphere already building around the venue, stand and the fire pit. The next morning started off warm, barely a cloud in the sky, and by the time we got there, around mid-morning, it was already pushing 100 degrees. Previous years have been warm, especially for somebody coming out of the UK at the end of September, where temperatures are barely half that. Previous years have peaked in the high 90s, touching 100 in the afternoon, but that really didn't prepare me for the day. The turnout for the car show was great, so many awesome vehicles, but I have to confess I didn't get anywhere near as much video of this as I'd have hoped. At somewhere approaching 115 Fahrenheit, that's about 44 degrees Celsius, and downing bottle after bottle of water, it still wasn't enough to keep a touch of exhaustion at bay. I very nearly passed out at least once walking through the show and had to cut some coverage short. Crashing to the ground wouldn't have been a great end to the day for me or the camera. Thanks to Terry and Linda, John from Mad Scientist Garage, and everybody else who saw me walking round and handed me a cold drink across the day when they saw I was clearly suffering. Hopefully, a move back a few weeks has paid off for this year's event and it's not quite so insanely hot. Fortunately, we did get to talk to a few people on camera though, and apologies once again for these interviews going out so very late.
So I'm here with Buff from Buff's Garage on YouTube. You can check them out there and see more of this very familiar vehicle. I'm sure a lot of people in the UK will be more familiar with this than just about anything else that's here, because this is obviously the A-Team van, as the plate suggests.
Absolutely.
So why, I mean, obviously, why the A-Team? Because they're cool.
Because they're cool.
Why specifically did you make this up? Did you just do it for this event?
Yeah, so I had to buy a car a week ago, and I looked everywhere for something reliable that would make it across the country.
Yep.
And I came across this van that was an old police undercover van. They actually used it for undercover surveillance. And in that time frame, I bought the van, drove it from Iowa to Oklahoma, and on the drive, I said, what would be a cool way to make this van get attention at DuctTape Drags?
Yep.
And I, as a kid of the 80s,
A-Team. Yeah.
I went A-Team.
Yeah, solid. I mean, it's a GMC van. What else are you going to associate it with besides the
Right.
A-Team?
I mean, I could have made, I guess, a Scooby-Doo van, but it just wouldn't be the same.
It's a lot more work than 3 colors.
Yeah, so
and a silver pinstripe.
I did this in 2.5 days.
Yeah.
With tractor paint.
And that's why it's not the silver of the original van, because
Correct.
you were saying tractor paint doesn't come in silver.
So apparently they do make an aluminum, but I
Okay.
thought that was a little bit too
Bit light.
barn-like.
Yeah.
So I went with a gray, and so it's not perfect silver, but everyone knows the van, and they
Yeah.
come up immediately and take pictures.
Yeah,
and
between the stripe, the red wheels, like it's
pretty obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if they still can't figure it out, the plate.
I put the novelty plate on just in case they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. So you bought it with the intent of trouble-free driving.
Pretty much, and air conditioning.
And air
Because it's
conditioning.
105.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think it's more than that now.
Yeah.
When we rolled in, it was 110.
Oh, yep.
So, and climbing. This is only mid-morning, and it is already 110 here. So air conditioning is absolutely key.
A lot of these guys drive all this way in their cool cars or hot rods. I admire every one of them for making that drive without air conditioning.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more pre-banana, and I felt like having this nice air-conditioned drive was a little better. So
Yeah, pretty much.
you got to take the good with the bad. So I took a van that was otherwise just ugly,
Yeah.
but it had good AC and a good engine in it, and then we just spiced it up a little bit.
Did it give you any trouble on the way down, or just sweet
The
as a
van
nut?
actually did great. I did lose a tire in the mountains. I hit a mountain boulder.
Oof.
It rolled out in the road and hit
Nice.
it. But other than that, it's been problem-free. And
That's not terrible. Like for something you bought a week ago to
Correct.
basically be turnkey,
Yeah, I
save
mean,
a tire. Like that's.
I did change the oil and put new tires on
Sure.
it, but that's it. It made it this whole way with no problems.
Amazing.
Every time I stop for gas, somebody has to take a picture.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a lot of fun, not only to drive across country, but then also to drive across country in something like this,
Yeah.
because everybody knows this van.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for bringing it down.
Thank you, sir.
It's awesome. I love it. You
For
can't
sure.
beat a bit of 80s nostalgia.
Over at the ViceGripGarage Burnout Pit, dozens of tyres were being roasted, with Lucky living up to his name with this very close call in his Chevelle. The Burnout Pit becomes such a great feature of the event. I'm glad it stuck around and to come back this year once again with Derek hosting it, along with David. Everything you can possibly imagine comes from the Burnout Pit. Station wagons, fully built street machines, this lifted Camaro. There's so much variety, and there's definitely something for everybody to watch. Not everybody was quite so lucky when it came to dodging the wall, as this station wagon showed. This year, Dulcich and Freiberger were joined by Tony Angelo, former Hot Rod Garage host with Lucky Costa, and you can also see him on Stay Tuned on YouTube. They slogged through so many entries for the Hoopty Challenge in the sun, along with the track and their film crew and everybody watching, a really sterling effort by everybody involved, sticking it out through the hottest part of the day.
Without the turbo, it's $200 or so. Tony, the pressure's on. You are going to be the deciding factor. I think it's better. Let him run. Okay, so he's in. Power at him. S10. Small block Chevy. Iron heads. I think, yeah. I think the motor is junk. The truck is... It's not the best. Hey, you're in, man. This thing's $5 grand. Oh, man, Dulcich just made the call. Did you see that?
Yeah, he appears to have the sort of standard replacement intake manifold on this thing, which happens to these cars. But I'm glad he popped the hood. It does have a Nitrous Express kit on it. So I feel that he should go in. Is he in?
He's in.
Send it. All right, he's going in. Power at her. The body style's just worth too much, dude. You're going to be able to race, but you're going to be in the bogus category. Yep. Have fun. We're glad you're here. We're glad everyone's here. We kid because we love. This is the greatest thing that I have almost ever seen at this event. This is what needs to happen to every C4 Corvette. Am I right? All right. I need to mark this quickly, so stop looking at it.
It's been for sale forever.
What class do you want to be in? Right, you're in. No, let's just get it out of my sight. Woo! Thought I was hungry when I came in here. Well, that's bad. So this is a horrible Durango with a big block 440 in it, and it has a 4th gen Firebird nose. And Sunfire, oh, that's right, it's not even that good. Wow. Oh, and now they're trying to jump it. It's got a jump pack on it. There it goes.
$1,500 right there.
It's so bad. 440 power. 440. Yeah. Oh, the A-Team van. How do you avoid, how do you turn down the A-Team van? Is it possible to turn down the A-Team van? No. I mean, we also have a General Lee here and a Bandit Trans Am. We can get all that junk side by side. Right? What motor's in it? It's completely stock 5.7. Completely stock 5.7. No nitrous. Okay. You're in. NA. We know the story. It is a Tempest. We know that you fixed all the rust on it, but dude, I can't go there. It's bogus. But we're happy to have you. This is hideous. What do you have under the hood? Under the bonnet, I should say. He says it's a cheap 350. It is. It's a Vortec head 350, just junky stuff, aftermarket intake, Pedalbox carburetor, nothing special. I'm good with it. He's in. Tony, the BMW taxi cab. Oh, listen to the BMW taxi cab.
Salvage title. It's been on fire. I think we gotta leave it up to the people. A nice 540 wagon is like 15 grand. There's a 530, which also is a smaller V8, still worth a couple bucks. But it's salvage, and he built it, and it's been on fire. I think we just put it up to the people.
Man, you saw it. Fire wins. Fire wins every time. He's in, right? Yeah. This is NA, right? Yes. I gotta get some water. Tony and Steve, can you handle this for a sec?
We're looking at a 77 Camaro here, 78. All right, good year. It's got some patch panels in it. Pop the hood. Let's have a look at it. 350 can mean a lot of things. 350 could mean 180 horsepower, old, good wrench garbage motor, or it could mean something serious. Okay, a piece of garbage. You slap some Vortec heads on it. Yeah. All right. I say let it go. Let it fly.
You guys with that? Let it in? Yeah. All right. You're in. We're in. How are we feeling about the hearse? Good? It's weird to see a car that usually means so much sadness bring so much joy to so many people. What motor's in there? Oh, cool. Cool. Oh, TBI. Yeah, okay. I send it. Last responder. I like it. Yeah, we're really doing the whole... Normally it's for dead people, and today it's for us. Yeah, no, you don't want to keep the casket in it. I say, send it. Go ahead. Yeah, get it out of here. I don't like it.
Now in the car show I'm here with Leon, and this stripped down street rod I think is the best possible name for this. So you built this over how long?
The metal work took 1.5 years.
Nice. And then all the running gear is out of?
So the donor car was an 09 Z06.
Okay.
The suspension, the brakes, I'm using the cooling, the fuel system, everything's coming out of that car.
Yeah. Nice. It looks spectacular, especially in the orange flake is absolutely fantastic.
Gives it a pop in the sun.
Yeah, it's in the sun here. It probably doesn't do it justice on camera, but it is so good in the flesh, or in the metal, as it were. So what was your idea behind doing it?
So I did some sand cars back in like 05 to 08. So I was familiar with some of the tubing and kind of the idea behind that. I wanted to get back into doing something like that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a really niche market. The side-by-side market was really saturated.
Yeah. Everybody jumped on it.
So I wanted something street. I like the C2 Corvette. That's one of my favorite cars. And I thought, let's put a C2 together in tubing and just see what it comes and what it looks like. So
nice.
This is the first one. I really had no idea.
That's the best
way. A year and a half later.
Yeah. It's. I mean, some of the work on it is absolutely stunning. The V coming down at the front into this, absolutely perfect.
That's the hood design for that particular car.
Yeah. So it matches the original lines pretty much everywhere. Does the bonnet go up that way? Or no, it must lift up at the back.
Hood,
yeah.
There's 4 bolts. The whole center piece will come out.
Oh, okay. So it's a lift out rather than a pivot. Okay. Even easier. It's not in the way at all. Then that's perfect.
It is a mechanic's dream.
Yes, yeah, you can adjust everything, you can get to every bolt. There's absolutely no reason to fight your way into anything. It's spectacular. It really
the number
is.
one question I get is how much does it weigh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm going to do a video and put it on a scale, so we will eventually find out.
Fantastic. So we'll link to the channel, Stripped Down Street Rods on YouTube. Are you on Instagram and Facebook as well? Same thing.
Same channel.
Yep. Same handle. And yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. The detail in the back as well, because again, this has the same double wraparound window, the split window rear that the C2 had, which it just looks spectacular. The diff looks really alone in the back, just with nothing around it.
It makes you want to just stare at it because it just why is that there?
Yeah. It's so good. Thanks very much for bringing it down.
Thank you.
Cheers. We'll see you in the future, no doubt.
Thanks, man.
There was still plenty more to see in the pits though. Just down from the stripped out Street Rods Corvette is this Oldsmobile wagon. Sadly, it wouldn't fit in my luggage home, but at some point I need to get a giant V8 wagon in my life. In amongst all of these was Chris Birdsong. You can follow him on YouTube on Junker Up. He was prepping for his run in the challenge with some last-minute tinkering and generally making sure his car was going to make it all the way to the end of the competition. With all the participants ready, it was on to the racing, and there were 3 classes, NA, Power Adder, and the Bogus class, in a knockout format just as normal, with David and Co providing commentary from the tower.
Let him in. Look at the wheel hop. Oh, he banged second. Maybe he banged third. He probably didn't watch it granny here. High compression, 472. Man, that's a good to go right out of the hole. There's the motor hub 440 motor car. 440 postal jeep for the win.
And then the car that's going to lose on the other side. Ning, ning. Goes down 1243 at 108 miles an hour. The big block Mopar in the Durangus. These are still naturally aspirated class cars. The Nova gets out first. On the rev limiter in the mountain. So the BMW got the shot. It's not going to happen, is it? He's going to let me down. That's a lot of wheel spin. And yet he's still winning. He is gone and out. I don't think he realizes exactly what's going on. Meanwhile, it wasn't his own. He's fighting with his own guts and gore. The Pontiac did get out first, but I think it's going to get driven past by what I suspect to be an LT motor. Wow, they're both slowing down. Did you see the smoke coming out of the back when it was floating back? But Willie O on the 440. Oh! The 440's gone. He's running ahead of the dealer, though. 13 to 80, full track at 14:23 for the BMW. Also have t-shirts left. Trim along it, and someone bonded over all of the trim holes, and then the bondo's flaking out. To be honest, this thing's probably quicker than the RoadTrip Jaguar. Yep, 1627 at 8 miles an hour. Small block Chevy in the Ranger. It goes to the Ford in the Studebaker, not the Ford with the Chevy. Dead guy. Oh, Camaro's getting all kinds of out of control. Still gonna drive past the hearse. Oh man. He just put him 6 feet under. 1694, all crossed up and sideways and wrong, 85 miles an hour. And the Deadmobile, 1933 at 69 miles an hour. RX-7, Turbo LS. RX-7, 1058, 106 miles an hour. And a given up number of 1326 at 102. And I'm back. My Ford. 1036 at 131 miles an hour in the Maverick. And haul in the mail, 1451. The Grammy
miles of feet. But then the this is brutal. That is an actual spanking. He gets on the brakes, 10:44 at 126, blowing past 11:38 at 121. What do you bet that the final winners, once again, are going to be the Grammy and the Rambler American? You almost don't need to have the race when you guys keep letting these cars run by voting them in. But the Grammy... End of the postal. And 1250 one way, the postal goes 1360 at 98. Alright, he wisely lifts and drives it through, knowing he's got to save it for another round. The engine he's got in this thing is highly questionable in many ways, so that was the smart play. Appears to be the semis for NA. Wow, he almost didn't lift that time.
Like, I don't like this car. Like, the brakes are really bad.
Left-hand side, 1062. Right side, 1173. That might have been the final in bogus.
Like they got the bargain.
There it goes, your winner in the NA category for the fourth time. 1092 at 122 miles an hour. It is the Rambler. Birdsong getting quicker and quicker. Gremlin doing courtesy staging. He's lit the top bolt. Here's the top open arm. The one's good. In. And he's in. Look at that in the hole. When the RX-7 fails. Looks like he's leaking stuff out of the back. That is the end of the track for the night, and you just saw 9.50 seconds at 150 miles an hour for the Grammy. Boom!
Thanks once again for watching. This video has been bumped and bumped down the editing schedule for so long now, and now it's finally made it out just as DuctTape 2025 comes to a close. I'm looking forward to seeing the videos from this year's event and hopefully making it to Tucson again in 2026. Check out the other builds on our channel, our other road trips. You can support us at patreon.com/PedalBox show in our endeavour to build a car on our driveway, or at shop.pedalbox.show if you'd like to buy some merch. Thanks once again for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.